Welcome, dear viewers, to Mr. Magazine, your home for stories that move hearts and stir conversation. Today, we bring you an extraordinary chapter from the world of Turkish television, one that began with whispers of romance but evolved into a courageous stand for dignity and truth. This is the story of Özge Yağız and Gökberk Demirci, a couple whose love once illuminated millions of screens and who have now become symbols of resilience against the darkness of online cruelty. Years ago, destiny brought Özge Yağız and Gökberk Demirci together on the set of the hit series Yemin. Their chemistry was undeniable, their connection immediate. What began as professional collaboration blossomed into something deeper, a love that viewers couldn't help but root for. Fans adored their modesty, their calm grace, and the way they carried their affection beyond the cameras with quiet elegance. But as fame expanded its reach, so did the shadows that accompany it. Behind the admiration and applause, a darker undercurrent began to surface, one made of jealousy, resentment, and anonymous malice. It started with a few unpleasant comments, easily ignored at first. Then the messages grew sharper, the threats more personal, the insults too vicious to dismiss. And soon, Özge and Gökberk found themselves caught in a storm no script could have prepared them for. In a world where celebrities are often expected to endure hate in silence, Özge and Gökberk made a decision that stunned both their critics and their fans. They chose to fight back. According to insiders, it wasn't anger that drove them, but a sense of responsibility, a conviction that what they endured should not be normalized. "We're not doing this only for ourselves," Gökberk reportedly said. "We're doing it for everyone who gets insulted every day and feels powerless." They filed an official complaint against a network of fake accounts responsible for spreading defamation and threats. The investigation revealed something chilling, an organized effort aimed at destroying their reputations, coordinated by a handful of users who hid behind screens, feeding off cruelty. But those who truly understood them saw something different, a refusal to be broken. When the long-awaited court date arrived, all eyes turned to Istanbul. Hand in hand, Özge and Gökberk walked through the courthouse gates, no luxury, no spectacle, just simplicity and quiet determination. Cameras captured their solemn faces, and the image spread like wildfire, two people, united not by a TV script, but by shared pain and unwavering resolve. Inside the courtroom, the evidence spoke louder than any rumor. Lawyers presented hundreds of pages, screenshots, emails, witness statements, revealing the systematic abuse they had endured. The words written against them were vile, inhuman, unrepeatable. Some attacked Özge's femininity, others mocked Gökberk's integrity. Both sat in silence, dignified, yet visibly shaken. Later, someone close to the actress revealed that after hearing some of the messages read aloud, Özge whispered, almost to herself, "I never imagined cruelty could sound like this." Still, she did not cry in public. She stood tall beside the man who had chosen to share her burden. And when the judge adjourned the hearing, the crowd outside erupted in support. Mr. Magazine viewers, if you had been there, you would have felt the electricity in the air, that quiet roar of justice being reclaimed. Social media exploded. Hashtags like #Justice for Özge Gökberk, #Respect wins, and #Love Against Hate surged to the top of trending lists. Fans poured their emotions into words. "You are our pride. This victory is for everyone who's ever been bullied online. True love stands tallest when surrounded by hate." In a brief interview after the verdict, Gökberk's calm yet powerful words echoed across the internet. "We weren't looking for revenge. We were asking for respect. Freedom of speech cannot mean freedom to wound." His statement resonated so deeply that even those outside the entertainment industry applauded. Within hours, his quote was shared by thousands, turning into a slogan for digital responsibility. What few people knew was how much the experience had changed them. Close friends say that during the months of legal struggle, Özge and Gökberk grew even closer. Every court session, every piece of hate mail, every sleepless night, it all became a test of unity. When someone fights for your dignity, Özge confided to a reporter, you see love in its purest form. Observers noted how they faced the chaos, never retaliating, never losing grace. They didn't trade insults, they answered with composure. And that quiet strength became their loudest message. Fans who once admired them for their beauty began to admire them for their values. Remember, dear Mr. Magazine family, it's moments like these that remind us why we love storytelling. Because behind every celebrity headline lies something deeply human. And speaking of humanity, if you're watching this story on our channel right now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, tap like, and join the community by clicking the join button to support us further. Your encouragement helps us bring more truth, depth, and emotion from the world of entertainment. After their victory, Özge shared an image that melted hearts, she and Gökberk standing by the sea at sunset, holding each other with quiet peace. The caption was simple. You can't dim the light of those who shine with sincerity. The post crossed 1 million likes in hours. Gökberk followed with his own reflection. True strength isn't about shouting louder. It's about standing tall when everything pushes you to fall. Colleagues, journalists, and even former critics joined in applauding their integrity. For a moment, Turkish social media wasn't about division or scandal, it was about hope. Communications experts later commented that this case could redefine how public figures respond to online harassment. By taking their pain to court instead of to tabloids, Özge and Gökberk demonstrated that grace and firmness can coexist. Their restraint, no angry outbursts, no emotional tweets, turned them into models of digital maturity. Today, the couple has chosen a quieter path. Sources close to them say that after the verdict, they retreated to a secluded mountain village to breathe again, to rediscover silence after months of noise. They may be planning new artistic collaborations, but for now, they live far from the flashes, walking hand in hand through nature instead of red carpets. When journalists caught them briefly at an airport days later, Gökberk smiled and said only, "Life goes on. And we move forward together." A short phrase, but it carried the weight of everything they had lived through: love tested by adversity, respect earned through endurance, peace restored through truth. The saga of Özge Yağız and Gökberk Demirci is more than entertainment, it's a mirror held up to our digital age. They reminded us that even in a world obsessed with noise and scandal, silence can be powerful when filled with dignity. They taught that love is not proven in words, but in the courage to defend one another when the world turns cruel. So, to all our wonderful Mr. Magazine viewers, what do you think about this story? Would you have taken the same step if you were in their place? And which celebrity couple would you like us to feature next? Don't forget, if this story touched you, hit that like button, subscribe to Mr. Magazine, and consider joining as a channel member to help us continue sharing real stories with heart. Because here, we don't just tell celebrity news. We tell the human stories behind fame. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and never forget, sometimes, the bravest act of love is simply standing up for what's right.